Hi there, welcome to my video. I just wanted to share my process of creating my latest faux dory, sort of a cover for the Traveler's Notebooks. So what I'm showing right now are the past faux dories that I've created. I basically use scrap pieces of leather, glue them onto hard cardstock to get a more rigid cover, and just punch the holes and string through elastic to make my own covers. So I've tried with different sizes, tested like different hole arrangements in the binding. You can also put pockets on the inside so that you can store materials easily, and also attach some thicker elastic to use as pen loops. And the A6 size, this tiny little one that I've created, is actually one of my favorites and most used. I think because of the tiny size, it's just really easy to journal in. And I'll definitely include a link to my flip through of this, of some of these inserts that I've finished already. So today I just wanted to share with you my process of creating a new cover. So this is the one that I am creating today. And what I've done is just taken that piece of leather and sewn it onto a mixed media, very heavy cardstock. So that gives it a really strong and sturdy cover. And I'm using regular A4 sized paper, which is the regular paper size format here in Europe. So the way that I've measured it out is just to make sure that it'll fit that size of paper folded in half, and then I give myself some extra, like 1.5 centimeters in the middle for the binding, so that I can make it a little bit more bulky and at least 3 or 4 inserts. So after measuring that out and getting all the sizing right, basically what you do is just punch holes along bottom and top of the binding so that you can string in through your elastic. And really, that's really what a Traveler's Notebook cover is. It's not really that complicated, but obviously there are a lot of variations and a lot of fine-tuning and detail that you can add to it if you would like. But it is very simple to create by yourself, just with these simple materials. So I have a scrapbooking hole puncher, so it makes it pretty easy to punch tiny little holes. But of course, it's hard to get to the center. So a lot of people just poke a hole with something like an awl, like a bookbinding material, or you can just squeeze, fold it in half and squeeze really hard so that you could fit your hole puncher in that middle area and just punch half a circle. So that way, when you open it up, it will be a full circle hole. And of course, I am using also an awl, bookbinding tool, to sort of reinforce and make that hole open up. So once I've got all my holes punched, I'm using some hot pink sort of fuchsia elastic and just stringing it through from top to bottom. There isn't really, I don't really know if there is rhyme or reason in terms of an ordering or something of how you're supposed to string this through. You basically just want the up and down long elastic on the inside binding so that you could slip in your inserts, obviously, for anyone who is already into Traveler's Notebooks. And when you have holes in the horizontal fashion like I have, you will see the little tidbits of the elastic on the top and bottom on the outside binding, so it actually looks pretty nice as well. So make sure that you tighten your elastic so that they have a good tension to hold your inserts in, especially if you create pretty bulky inserts, because you don't want them hanging out or falling out because your elastic is getting loose. So you just tie a knot, and you'll see me here sort of fiddling with tying the knots and then cutting off a piece and creating the elastic for the closure as well. And I really like the center hole that I punched is for the closure of this Traveler's Notebook cover, and I like the closure to be in the center and for the hole to be in the center of the binding, because that means it's not sitting, there's no knot sitting on the bottom of my inserts, which sort of bothers me when I'm writing. I want a flat surface. So here, this is like my ending Traveler's Notebook cover, all finished. So once I have my notebook cover finished, I just wanted to show you some of the inserts that I've printed out to put into my Traveler's Notebook cover. I'm basically using this as sort of like a list planner. I have the days printed out and I'm just going to write the date and make my lists on a daily basis. And I don't even bother like sewing up inserts or anything. I just print lots of copies and stick them into this book, because I write a lot of lists for my daily planning and I don't really care to keep them. So in this way I can just use them and swap them out when I need it. So it's pretty quick and easy to create your own Traveler's Notebook cover. I hope you try it out.